Fortnite is going to the moon. Watch until the end to see proof of it. Fortnite Season 9 is about to have a crazy ending. We know exactly what is going to be happening. I am joined here by Shadical, and there is a lot that you guys don't understand about this robot. A lot of you might think that the robot is just going to be fighting the monster. Well, there's a lot you don't realize yet.
Guys, I have a 911. I was up all night trying to figure out exactly what's going on with the robot. This is actually serious because I figured all of it out. I've been up all night, and there's actually stuff that you guys don't know. And without a doubt, what will happen in Season 10? I have figured it out, and I am finally ready to show my theory to you guys.
All right, without further ado, let's go. So as you can see, we are standing on top of the almost finished Fortnite robot right now. And obviously, in 4 days' time, you can see right here, it is going to fight the Polar Peak Monster. And obviously, guys, you all know that the Polar Peak Monster is ice and the robot is fire. For those of you unaware what I'm talking about, there were two different kings, the Fire King and the Ice King. And we are about to see another episode of Fire versus Ice. But that is where things get crazy. That is where something is about to happen that you guys don't understand and don't realize. Shadical, as you can see, the robot is just about complete. Let's talk about what's about to happen.
All right, guys, so I've been looking back at every live event that we have had so far, and so with every live event, for example, the rocket event, everyone just thought in Season 4 the rocket was just going to go to space and that would be it. People didn't think very much of it, but the rocket obviously went around and did all of its crazy stuff, which led up to Season 5 in the cube, which we will talk about later. Now, guys, remember the rocket. It will be very, very important later on. And then the next live event was the cube exploding. Now, everyone just thought the cube was going to explode. No one really thought that there was going to be an underground vault, but we got teleported to a whole nother dimension. Now, nobody could have guessed this. Nobody could have actually seen what was going to happen. But guys, this is where things get crazy.
Oh my gosh, Shadical. Dude, you're so right. Dude, the twist to that live event, we only thought it would be us unvaulting one item, but the volcano itself erupted. Nobody expected that, and that is where the twist came in.
The thing is that all of these live events, whether you like it or not, they are all connected. For example, the rocket obviously made the cube made the vault, and the vault obviously gave us the unvaulting events. The cube brought the Ice King. The Ice King used the cube, then the Ice King brought the Fire King. Now the Fire King made the volcano erupted, the volcano now brought the crazy cactus monster, and now we are here trying to fight the monster. So now, what I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, there will be an unintended consequence. I'm not saying that the robot will just break a village. I'm not saying that the robot will just break a city and that will be the unintended consequence. I'm talking about something unintended that will happen. It's something random, and that's something we could never guess will happen in this live event that will cause this entire thing to kick off into Season 10. And I have figured it out, guys. And oh my gosh, you guys have no idea what's planned for Season 10. I literally have it planned out. Are you ready, Mr. Top 5?
Shadical is honestly freaking out. He messaged me this morning, and he was absolutely going crazy because he figured out what is going to happen.
Most of our theories are right.
I am ready. Let's tell everybody what is about to happen. Let's just say Season 9 is going to be crazy. Here we go. You're at Tilted Towers right now. Actually, Neo Tilted Towers. And you're probably wondering exactly why we are here. There is a very, very good reason. Let's just say this ties all into the live event that is about to happen.
We are at Neo Tilted. Now, this was the whole theme for Season 9. But I want you to go back and look at every single season and what point of interest have actually changed over the entire course of the season. For example, this was the most recent one. But however, remember what I told you guys to remember the visitor rocket event.
Wait, hold on. You didn't tell me this part. What do you mean by that, Shadical?
Remember in Season 4, there were a lot of unanswered questions with the rocket event. What did the holes in space-time mean? What did they do? Well, for example, right now we were at the first hole that the rocket event made. So this was one of the first holes that the visitor went through. Now, the visitor had a plan. The visitor always had a plan from stage 1. Remember, he is an alien and he knows 10 times more than anyone else on the island. He is literally one of the smartest individuals. He is the only alien that we have ever gotten in Fortnite, and everyone has forgotten this. And Epic Games did this on purpose, not to get our attention, because it is going to literally spoil the entire season. Right now, I am going to prove that this is correct. The first hole in space-time that shocked everyone was at Tilted Towers, and that hole actually changed Tilted for the better. And I will show you guys what I mean right now.
Come on, Shadical, this doesn't really make sense at this point. Why is it still relating to the rocket event? What's going to happen?
Okay, what I'm trying to tell you right now, I want you to go over to the second hole that the visitor made in his rocket during that event. For example, this was the first hole that was made and it entirely changed Tilted. Go over to Paradise Palms where the second hole was made.
We're back at the robot, and this is what it's all leading up to. Ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about how every single live event has one crazy twist, and we are going to talk about the crazy twist right now. We are not 100% sure about this. The day that the Fortnite live event is going to be happening is on July 20th. Do you know what happened on July 20th, 50 years ago?
Wasn't that the Apollo mission?
The Apollo mission, which was the first moon landing ever in real life. I'm going to go to a tweet right now, and I need to show you what this says because this is very important. We can see right here that the Apollo 11 first moon mission was on July 20th, 60 years ago, and you can see on the bottom left corner of the screen is a leaked image. We don't know if this is real or fake, but there is a moon background. Then the third image, Donald Mustard, the person who literally creates the Fortnite live event, said invest in space. We think that's a hint to what is going to happen, and you can see that the live event is taking place the same exact day. We can see that the live event is going to take place the same exact day. So Shadical, what we're actually leading up to right now, there is going to be something. Keep watching because we are about to show more moon evidence. Shadical, this really makes sense because it's been just about a year since seeing the visitor for the last time. Keep explaining what's going to happen.
The first hole in the universe changed Tilted Towers. The next one changed Paradise Palms, which used to be Moisty Mire. Then the rocket went around the entire map, and then the next hole was at Greasy Grove. We all know now is now Polar Peak. And then the next hole was at Loot Lake, which is now the Vaults. Also where the cube exploded in, and then the rocket went all the way up into the sky. Hear me out here. This might sound a little crazy, but I trust you. It will all make sense later.
What is it, Shadical? Tell me.
Every hole that the visitor made in the space-time continuum has changed the map drastically. But dude, the only area that hasn't changed yet is the sky, dude.
The
and now
sky?
listen here. Yes, dude, the sky. I know it sounds weird. The rocket left through the sky into the other dimension. The sky has not been changed at all.
Shadical, is that why there's a timer in the sky?
The timer is in the sky for a reason. Everything is getting ready for this event.
So what about the sky?
So dude, listen up. The sky is here, and the sky has one major thing that we have all been lacking.
I know exactly what it is. We're about to explain it right now. Shadical, for everybody watching this, what you haven't realized, this live event is going to go to the moon. You might be wondering, how does the moon even make sense inside of Fortnite Season 9? Shadical, explain it right now.
If you don't know what the moon actually does in real life, the reason we're so lucky to have a moon, because the number one thing that the moon does besides providing us light at night is actually controlling the tides. And I'm talking about the tides of the ocean, dude.
When you see the water going up and then the water going back down, that's because of the moon itself. And how does that involve Fortnite, might you ask? Shadical, tell us right now.
From a gameplay standpoint, the entire Fortnite map is pretty diverse. There are a lot of different areas that you can explore. There's a grass area, there's a desert area, there's a lava volcano area, there's a ice area, and there's a futuristic area. There's a bunch of, like, you could almost say elements that are part of the map. Now, one thing that everyone has been requesting is an underwater part of the map. Now, hear me out. Lava could never work in Fortnite. There would be no way to do it, but Epic actually made it work out with this volcano. Epic Games, for the most part, almost always adds in things slightly after people really want them. For example, people really wanted the volcano in Season 6, and we got it in Season 8. People really wanted an underwater area for Season 8, which is what people really thought was going to be this whole Season 8 theme, but instead we got the volcano. So what I'm saying now, for Season 10, people have really wanted an underwater theme, and I think Epic actually might implement it in some way. Now remember, Epic actually has a delay of when they enter these things in, because obviously it takes time to code it in. Honestly, it takes a little bit of time to, actually make it work in the game, but eventually Epic made it work. For example, the volcano, people really wanted it. There is actually one location one location in general where I think an underwater theme would be absolutely perfect for. And I'm looking at it right now. I am looking at the northwest part of the map right now. This area has been untouched since season 1 started. For the most part, obviously there have been a few additions. For example, the castle.
The monster itself is controlled by the Ice King, and obviously it is the summer months right now. It is very hot outside, and there is no way that the Ice King can produce ice or snow. This is the Ice King's last chance, and what he's going to try to do is use the liquid water instead of snow to flood the entire Fortnite map. The way he can do this is with the tides itself from the moon, and that is exactly why the live event is going to be taking place on the exact same day as the first time in real life we landed on the moon.